Hey, welcome back everybody. You are listening to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. I am your host as always. It's Paul Motley here, and well, we've had a crazy week. We've had a bunch of guests on. We've got guests coming on next week as well. I'm starting to get requests from people to come on the podcast, which is amazing. And the downloads keep going and everything like that. But I have to admit, it's Saturday today and I do feel a little bit under the weather. But as always, I think it's probably a quote from Wall Street back in the late 80s, 90s, something like that. Money never sleeps, right? So I've got to do this podcast and I don't want to leave you guys short. So I want to talk to you a little bit about a launch that I was part of. It's been going on for a few weeks now, and I'll tell you what kind of won and what didn't win, and I'll explain the reasons why. Well, the route that I took was that I wanted to try and build an audience, because this is a product that I don't actually have an audience for at the moment. So it was something brand new. So it wasn't like I had an email list of interested people that I could just send this offer out to and they would immediately go out and buy, right? So that just kind of wasn't there. So what I needed to do was start looking at how to create that audience. So what we did to start with was I wanted to be able to spend money on video ads, because I knew that was the cheapest way to start getting people to engage. So to start with, what I did was I used the Facebook video ads, and I created some content myself, but I also borrowed the authority on some other ads as well, and was able to actually put together this series of ads, and each time create a Facebook audience from the people which actually watched video one, for example. So if I had a 5 or 10 minute video that I was going to use for my first one, then I would go back into Facebook. I would create an audience based on people which watched at least 50% of the first video, right? Because then I knew that I could pump some money into the first video and get some really cheap views by not actually putting a link into that video itself, because not a lot of people know this, but it's the cheapest way to actually build an audience, because Facebook will penalize you if you put links on there, okay, right? So you're going to be paying more if you advertise a video and push it out for video views if you have a link on there. So because they want people to stay on the platform for as long as possible. So that's kind of how it works. So what I did was I put this video out, which was a corporate video. So I was lucky enough that there was videos made available to us as affiliates. Put that video out, spent some money on it, and then started building this list of people who watched that for at least 50%. Then I started introducing myself. So in the second video, it was kind of oh, have you seen this yet? Because the cart wasn't even open at that point. It was a video which was basically explaining what people were going to get, how they were going to get it, and everything like that. So basically what was on offer to them and why they should go ahead. And that then pushed them towards an opt-in page, which is a pre-launch page, right? So that's how that worked. And then, again, creating another audience inside of Facebook of people that watched that video, at least 50%. I was able to send the third, and repeated the process on the fourth as well. And each time, putting some money in, because that meant by the time it was all finished, there was a smaller number which had watched at least 50% of each of the 4 videos. And some of those had links on and some of them didn't. So it was a lot cheaper. And the actual commission on the product was, one commission was 2 levels of pricing. So it was $140 or $400. So what actually happened was, because I knew I didn't need to spend an awful lot to get a good return. And 2 things happened, right? So first off, I got a bunch of sales for the which paid out $140, which was great. But what I did find was that I didn't actually clear the money that I'd spent out initially. However, as a byproduct of that, because my cookie on my affiliate link was live, when people went back to the site and they checked out the program, and then they thought, okay, right, well, maybe I'm not going to commit to the deal that they had on the time, which was a 12-month plan, they'll go for a 14-day trial, which meant I then created a whole bunch of people which started on the 14-day trial. So I think the last count was like, I don't know, I think it was around 22, 23 over the last 3 weeks or so, which isn't bad considering if they keep on after that trial, which I expect most of them to, because the churn rates for the trials are extremely low, according to the company. And that's going to pay anything between $20 a month and $40 a month. And also, there's another tier which is like $60 a month. That's commissions to me, right? So if I worked out the maths and think, okay, right, well, I am about, I don't know the exact numbers, but I should look at it really, but I was a little bit down on my ad spend versus the upfront commissions that I got to start with. But I know next month I will have completely, broke even. And the month after that is then going to be profit. The month after that, profit again, profit again, profit again, profit again. So it's great to see these type of things and see how it works from the inside. And also, the things that I find that worked well was doing the video initially without the link on there, right? So that's something to put into mind when you do that. The thing that I missed out on really is because I was kind of like, I knew it was going to go to an opt-in page, and I didn't realize until much later on in the promotion that I actually could have had access to everyone that opted in as a download. So I only got to email out people which had opted into the first part of the promotion, which was a free training. I only managed to get that details the last day. So of course, where we talk about doing bridge pages, collecting the leads for yourself and all that good stuff, right? So I knew that I didn't have to do that because I knew there'd be a drop off. But what I didn't realize was that I could actually get the list of everyone that opted in via my link. So if I'd have known that, then I probably would have done much better on the initial part of it as well. But going forward, I now know that all those people, I think there was like over 500 leads, are interested in the product. So now I can nurture that list. So over the next 3 to 4 months, whenever there's a new promotion or there's something within the back office that I think they'd be interested in, maybe it's another like links to free trial or a training or another product they have, which is like a one-off, I can then start talking to those leads and gather up some more sales as well. But what I can also do is I can also upload that into Facebook directly, almost like as a customer list, and I can send these people out retargeting ads through Facebook to send them back to the offers or back to a free trial or back to anything else that they've got going on, right? So it's extremely valuable because this is the importance of growing your own list and making sure that you are profitable on the long term, not just short-term win. And this is why I like passive income, and I've talked about this tons. But I know that those people which took trials out for now are going to keep paying, because the stats which was given to me by the company was that they have like an 80% retention rate. So like that's pretty amazing on an annual plan. And I've still yet to tap in and find out what the actual monthly churn rate is on people that go for the monthly plan. But it is something that I can help them with. I can start sending them out emails which are related without sending them particular offers. So I can actually start to help these people without just thinking, okay, what commission am I going to get? Because that can always come later on. You can always send out offers later on. And if people really don't, and they're not opening and they're not interested, or they're not clicking, for example, right? So if I keep sending like for 3 months and I can segment the list out, so I can segment those leads to people which haven't clicked, maybe this isn't the right product for them. Maybe I can start talking about a different product. Maybe they'd be interested in that. But anyway, so that's it going to be for today. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said, I'm a bit under the weather, so my brain's a bit foggy. But hopefully you made some sense out of this one. I'm looking forward to doing another episode tomorrow, which is Sunday. And then obviously onwards into the next week. All right, stay cool, guys.